So good day everyone. Today we are going to know more about the plateaus. So what is a plateau? So a plateau is an extensive upland region. It is also often referred to as a tableland since it is essentially flat top and stands conspicuously above an adjacent land area. So along its outer margin it gives way to hills or mountains. So we have the Bukidnon Plateau in Mindanao, which is about 600 meters high. So first we have the elevation of plateaus, next we have the origin of plateaus, next is the economic importance of plateaus, and lastly is the life history of plateaus.
Elevation of plateaus. Most plateaus' elevation in the world exceeds 2,000 feet in height above the sea level. But it is not the sole factor in classifying a landform as a plateau. On the other hand, the Appalachian Plateau, measured with an elevation of 3,000 feet, while the Great Plains, which is near from the Rocky Mountains, has a maximum elevation of 6,000 feet. Hence, plain and plateau are opposite in relief. The plateau has high relief, while the plain has a low relief. Origin of plateau. The true plateau is classified based on its origin. Diastrophism is what makes a plateau's region's result. Diastrophism, also called tektonism, is a large-scale deformation of Earth's crust by natural processes, which leads to the formation of continents and ocean basins, mountain systems, plateaus, rift valleys, and other features by mechanisms such as lithospheric plate movement. Diastrophism has its two broadest processes of deformation. First is eplegrogeny, which involves the relative rise and fall of broad segments of the crust with little or no folding. Lastly, the orogeny is the primary mechanism by which mountains are formed on continents. Youthful streams cut gorges into these landforms. In mature plateaus, hills are rounded and valleys are no longer V-shaped. The Antarctic ice plateaus reach their elevation of 9,000 feet near the South Pole and spread out over the continent and into the South Polar Seas. Thus, with this phenomenon, it makes it difficult to perceive the exact position of the continental shoreline. Moreover, the Greenland ice cap is lodged between coastal mountains, but tongues of ice extend through the valley to the sea. Her sections break off to melt or float eventually into the busy Atlantic shipping lanes, where they are a menace to navigation.
So next we have the economic importance of plateaus. So one of the greatest economic values of plateau canyons is that they can be dammed to impound the water in large reservoirs. The stored water can then be used for irrigation and for the generation of electricity. Some plateaus reveal ore deposits like the Mexican Plateau, which is rich in silver ores. In tropical regions, the cold, dry climate of plateaus is an advantage. So the temperate crops can be grown in their upper parts where the temperature is lower. In lowlands, tropical products can be grown in and regions plateaus are used as pasture lands. So pasture lands is a land where the primary vegetation produced plants, so it is suitable for plants and feeding livestock. Next, we have the life history of plateaus. The appearance of a plateau at different stages of erosion depends on climatic conditions and also on the type of rock it is being cut into by the streams. So first, we have the young plateaus have more rounded surfaces and gentler slopes with soil covering and some talus. Streams are few, however, and cut deep into the rock. Next, we have the mature plateaus, which is generally called mountains. Since they are rugged areas, numerous streams have cut wide valleys through the broad surfaces of the original plateau. Next, we have the old age plateaus are worn almost level with mere remnants of the original plateau. In arid regions, they are steep walled with flat upper surfaces. So, did you know that plateaus occur in every continent and take up a third of the Earth's land and are divided into two categories? So, these categories are the dissected plateaus and the volcanic plateaus.